Hello everybody, this is Unreal Gaming HD, and it's been quite a while since I did this kind of video. Actually, it's been a long time since I've done any type of iRacing related video. However, here I am. I'm really happy to be back. Basically started with 24 hours of Le Mans a few days ago, actually a week ago. And I got hooked up with iRacing once again, and I'm really thankful for it. However, as you probably know, I'm using tons and tons of JRT, pretty much all of its functions with few exceptions. And today I'm gonna introduce you one page that most of you might not know how it actually works. And today I'm gonna introduce you how you're supposed to use it and its advantages. So I'm just gonna tell you one thing, and that's when I was, for example, using my tablet, I basically wanted to switch those pages with some buttons because I was using like gloves that didn't react with the touchscreen, so I couldn't switch in between dashboard, timing, and track map. And after some update that has been done already like ages ago, there was a new page called Launcher, and that's what we are going to take a look at in today's video. So basically all you need to do is to use JRT as you did before. You have your pages, you have some presets, you got all this. It's completely fine. None of this has to be changed, okay? So basically what we are going to take a look at is, just give me a second. Perfect. So what we're going to look at is where is that located. So we are running JRT, as you can see on my screen, and basically we're gonna push pages options. Okay, you can see it over here, the blue button. Now you got tons of those pages you can adjust to your preference, and the second to last is Launcher. Okay, Launcher is the thing we're looking for. If you're just gonna click on it, it seems like some kind of, you know, I don't even know how to call it. However, the good thing about this is that first of all, you can use it even for the overlay, which will be, overlays number 2 will be explained in the following video. So it's just a little teaser for you, because it's highly and tightly connected with iRacing setup, how to avoid using NVIDIA surround. Some might know about that. I did not, and thanks to the Reddit post I do right now. But let's get to the launcher. So over here you can see general. You can basically copy my settings, but I don't see why would you ever do that, because you're gonna have different preferences. You will be using different things, different pages. So basically this allows you to, for example, use your buttons to switch in between different pages on your JRT, in your browser, on your phone, and even on your tablet. It doesn't really matter. Once you're gonna use that HTML, your IP address or localhost, whatever, /launcher / I think it is /launcher, you will be able to control your phone, your tablet, and your, for example, Google Chrome on your fourth screen at once. Okay, so it doesn't really matter what device you're running it. So let's take a look at some of these options. Menu, list of pages to display. Basically this is that what you can see on the bottom, what you can actually just, if I'm gonna show you, I think timing it is. Okay, I don't have that allowed. Let me try to search for one where I can actually see. Okay, I do. So let's go to my left screen, and this is menu buttons. Okay, over here, this is what's called menu buttons. So if I gonna click on track map, I'm given track map. As simple as it. I can see my lap times. Actually, it's not on mine because I'm in iRacing switch to another car. But yeah, this is actually what are the menu buttons. let's go back to the config. So I have none of these because all I do is I use my buttons. So I don't need to see display timing 2 button on the menu. I don't see any reason. I do not use yet launcher for overlays, even though I might, to be honest with you. And then important parts, buttons. So basically you just enable all of those things you want to see and you want to use buttons for. So I use timing. I use timing 4. I use track map. I use track map 3D. I use dashboard and even calculator. It doesn't really matter what is the what is it called? What's first, what's last, because you just gonna assign buttons for certain page. So let's see. I want my timing on my button box. You will not be able to see it, okay? But I'm gonna use timing to the second button. I hope it will be second. I don't want to mess it up. Yeah, I think so. So I'm gonna set button and I'm gonna push that button. And I just set the timing page to my buttons. So this is all what you do with all of those. You can have enabled all of them. You can even do previous and next. So you're just gonna circle through them like you would do, for example, on iRacing with the black box. I use on my wheel 2 buttons actually to circle from lap timing to relatives to the fuel and so on. So I can basically work with black box only by use of my wheel. I don't need mouse, I don't need anything else. I just have enough buttons on my Eden Thrustmaster F1 wheel, so I am pretty much good with that. However, I use as well button box, but mostly for GRT functions or crew chief spotter. So I enabled all of those. I assigned buttons the way I want them, and I'm gonna push save, apply, save, apply. Don't ask me why I do that. It usually works for me the best. Sometimes happened to me that I did probably save and apply instead of apply and save, and it did not actually apply, or at least wasn't saved correctly. So this is what I do. I just click through them and I'm 100% sure it will be saved. So now what we're gonna do, we're gonna switch to the side screen over here, and we're gonna write, I'm not gonna explain what is what, because you should already know that if you are advancing to those launcher pages. So I'm gonna use my IP address with a port, and you're gonna write, instead of / timing, you're gonna write launcher, because you always have to write after the / the name of that page, which is launcher in this case. I'm gonna push enable it, and now I see pretty much blank screen, just full screen option. I'm gonna do it in a full screen, but it doesn't really matter, it's just it. So I'm gonna push my button for dashboard, okay? And here I go. Give me a second, I'm gonna jump real quick into the car in iRacing. Oh, my iRacing isn't on, damn it. Okay, it doesn't matter. Does not matter. So now you can see with the use of my hand, with no clicking on anything, okay? I think I will enable a real quick webcam, because I think you might be interested in this, so you have some kind of idea what's happening. So now I'm at the dashboard page. I'm gonna use that second I actually showed you how to bin. Just, you know, select button, boom, there you go. I'm gonna push my button box, and there we go. Boom, it goes straight into the timing. I can push the third button. I don't actually know what is it for, but I think track map. Boom, and there you go with the track map. Fourth, boom, I think it's broadcast. Another one, boom, 3D map. And the last one is used for something else. So this is actually how we can easily circle in between those pages, okay? easy. You can even put it on your wheel with circling, so you will not be forced to put off your hands from the wheel in case it's so tense moment that you don't want to get distracted by searching something on your black box. But still, searching, sorry, not black box, button box. But still, it's a lot easier that, for example, if you're using some kind of device with a touchscreen, to use your hand trying to focus so you're spot on, because it's not so responsive, basically. So it's really easy, and it works just out of the blue. I've never had problems with that, and I use it for the last like 1 year actually, because by the time I was doing those videos about JRT, I was already using this function. And I think this is one of the most crucial functions. However, I'm gonna add one more, okay? I'm gonna select the timing. And as you can see, my timing now is sorted by classes pretty much. I don't know if you know about that, but you can click on HPD class and you're gonna filter all of those cars like GTE and LMP1s away. You can do the same with GTE, with LMP1, and to go back, you just click on all. I haven't figured out how to assign buttons for doing this. However, I don't really think you should be using 4 buttons unless you have like tons of those to spare for doing those things. However, there is a time where you can actually, sorry about this, where you can actually use one more function in order to make your life easier, or iRacing easier, I might say, and that's F3 mode. You can set the page to be as relative, so you'll be able to see all the cars around you. For example, in this case, it's like 10 up and 10 down, so you're able to see pretty much everybody around you within a 30 seconds, let's say. It depends on the type of the race, like, doesn't matter. That's not the point. However, there is a function that you can assign a button to switch in between F3 mode and like regular, as you can see it now. And I have it on my button over here, but I have to wait probably when my iRacing launches, because it will grab a new info. So I'll just wait for it for a second. And I'm gonna show you in the meantime where you actually do that. So if you are over here, you need to go into the main options, okay? And I, for example, use even check all tires, uncheck all tires, your fuel with fuel to add value, and we care about toggle the timing F3 box mode, okay? Again, you enable it, you assign the button by set a button, and that's pretty much it. And then every single time your timing screen is on, just like in this case, okay, you are able to switch in between those. Okay, I just wonder if JRT is going to load, or if this is actually, okay, here we are. Now we have the actual session. You can see it up here. And just give me a quick second. I need to switch sounds off. So over here we have the actual session, and now I'm gonna push the button for F3 box mode, and here we are. I'm gonna go to the track so you can see it a little bit better. And now, okay, I'm gonna go to the regular timing screen. And now F3 box mode. And you can see that the standings, it's quite weird, or isn't it? Maybe I have to go to track, like for real. So here we are on a track. I'm just not gonna drive somewhere far. Sorry for this. This wasn't planned, to be honest. Okay, I'm gonna stop on the grass over here. And yeah, if you take a look, basically, the order is sorted by the relative. What's the closest to me from front and from back. And this is how you enable a box mode. You don't see it quite well. Let me do it this way. So there is a second GTE, 17th, 6th, first, and so on and so on and so on. So basically this is how you enable F3 box mode. And if I'm gonna switch the button again, boom. It's basically again by the times. The problem is I have no time set, so it basically shows all of the guys around me with no time whatsoever. However, it basically works. You will see it on your own. So I think this is it. In case you got some questions, don't hesitate. Contact me via private message or in the comments below video. I will be replying instantaneously. And yeah, this is it. Don't forget, the next video I will be doing will be about overlays. I've done already one, but there have been questions like, how can I use overlays in a full screen? It is not possible because overlays are not able to overlay the full screen application. But I will show you how to run iRacing in borderless mode with completely no borders across all 3 screens in case you're using triple monitor setup like I do with no NVIDIA surround active, because NVIDIA surround bothers me the most because I want to play something else that just cannot go along with NVIDIA surround. So this will be for the next video. It has been almost again 18-minute video just because of showing few things, but I just want to explain everything in depth so you just do not follow what I'm doing on the screen, but you actually understand what is made and from what reason. Thank you for watching, guys. I will see you with the next one. Take care. Bye.